it's in production and it's hitting the stores, so it's all good. But aside from being a Slash amp, you know, it's got some very cool features in it as well. So just 2 seconds.
Yeah, the power scaling is supposed to be really awesome.
Exactly.
I read.
Yeah. I've just started on AFD. Yeah, perfect timing. So I was just saying, as well as being a Slash product, you know, it's got some very cool features I've never seen before.
Yes, perfect timing.
The first one is it's actually self-auto biasing, so you know, if you need to bias the amp, you just hold down the effect slip switch, turn it on, and after about 3 minutes it's done.
I have a question for you, actually. So, like I play vintage Marshalls, right? Okay. Obviously, every time I change my valves, I have to rebias them. I tend to like it around 70% for EL34s. Is there like how does the auto biasing actually work in that sense? Like, is it a hot bias, a cold bias, somewhere in the middle?
Yeah, somewhere in the middle. And there's a trim on the back as well.
Oh, you can actually adjust it then? Oh, okay, cool.
And it's all in the handbook. Like,
nice. Okay, that's cool.
And yeah, the power scaling really is the thing that got a lot of people's attention, aside from it being like a Slash related product. So for the first time, you can go, as well as having the master volume here in the gain there, which I've got both at about 3/4. You've got the power control, which will take it from 100 watts right down to 0.1 watts, so, and everything in between.
Wow.
It's fairly smooth, you know. It's not like, you know, some attenuators you kind of have to drop down.
Yeah, and it crushes the tone at the same time.
Exactly.
Is it like a power soak setup, or is it a...
Yeah, it's pretty much the way it is. So you've got 2 different gain stages. You've got what's called number 34, and then you've got the AFD sound itself. So number 34 sounds something like this.
Nice.
The sound itself fills out much more, and there's more gain as well. Take that whole sound, just take the power all the way down to the bottom.
That's cool. Wow.
Still your bedroom. All the drive there. And obviously it goes way loud.
Way loud is good.
Yeah, way loud certainly is. Yeah, not what
You're missing a B cab though. You need a B cab.
So that, I mean, yeah. Briefly, that's pretty much what we do.
Foot switchable.
Yeah, foot switchable between the 2 modes, and also effects loop. If you're not using it, you can use the mix as a jump, so you can boost either of those sounds.
Oh wow!
Use it as an extra volume, so you can actually get the amp really, really quiet, just like this.
Wow!
So you can use it in the opposite way if you want to set the effects as your rhythm sound.
It's good for a solo boost too, as for lead players.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, yeah, our guitar player, he runs an old YJM 800 2203, and he uses like a outboard, stomp box for a boost.
It's still hard to just get a volume.
Well, that's it. You have to make sure you're not already cranked up to 10, right?
That's what goes to 11.
Nice.
So yeah, that's cool. That's pretty much it.
That's a really nice sounding amp.
Yeah, it is a really
very impressive.
Yeah, we got 5 on order.
Do you want to see the Yngwie?
Yeah, check that one out too.
Oh, yeah.
So actually, the funny thing is that Yngwie's been in design for longer than the AFD was, and we actually started on work on the Yngwie before the AFD came about, but kind of had to put it on hold because we had to get the AFD out so quickly. We had a year to do it. So yeah, the power control was actually originally designed for this hand.
Oh, neat. Okay.
Yeah, so it's the same deal, but the cool thing is with the Yngwie is there's so much more going on. Very different type of amp because it's 1959, you know, the classic Marshall.
Yep.
And on the front, this is what it looks like. The only difference is here, the 3 letters instead of J and P is YJM.
And I see you put it in a major head box too.
Absolutely.
It's huge.
Because the controls on the back, it makes it so much bigger inside. It wouldn't actually fit inside a standard.
Okay. Yeah, I was wondering about that.
I think Yngwie actually wanted it like that.
Yeah.
You know, he likes all the old Marshalls and stuff. You know, so it looks very cool.
I can relate.
Front, so yeah. So what I've actually done on this unit is I've jumped the channels there and there. I've plugged into this and just there. The settings I've got on this amp are about the same as I've got going on there, so it's pretty cranked. So, you know, usually when you see a plexi like that, you want to stand well clear before you hit the first chord.
What the cab is that cab designed to go with the Yngwie, or is that just?
I've just got an AX cab here.
Oh, okay.
So what I've done, the other cool thing I've got on here, as well as the power control like you've got on the Slash, you've actually got a 50-watt switch, like a half power switch. So at any time that you're changing the level, you can also put it into 50-watt mode, taking out 2 of the power tubes. So
oh, wow.
It makes it even more versatile in that sense. So without any of the other stuff that I've mentioned here, to give you some sort of idea of straight sound, this is on a 100-watt mode, but I've dropped the power back.
Yep.
Compresses the sound up. And then yeah, you've got reverb on here. And in the boost section, because there's a gain volume, the gate automatically comes on as well, and you've got the threshold for the gate. You can bypass if you want, and it just takes that away. So there's a hell of a lot going on here as well.
Are all those, is the reverb and everything foot switchable too?
Yeah. So we really did. Both instruments
really
switch.
Yeah.
And you switch in and out the booster, the gate separately, the reverb and the effects switch.
Nice.
So yeah, it's like, I mean, Yngwie fan or not, it's like a super next gig.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet.
Thanks, man.
Cheers.
How much does it weigh?
It's a fair weight. It's a bit heavier than the standard.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, just a touch. It's not like anything astronomical, so yeah.
Yeah, my personal, I actually play bass, but I play bass through a couple of super bass heads. So, like Lemmy's my inspiration. So I know all about loud volume and old non-master volume Marshalls. I love them, you know. And like I say, our guitar player